Hi, you all. Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a collective reading, so let's get into it here. Okay, let's see what's going on with the collective. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Okay, so we have willingness here. We have vision. Okay, so I'm seeing that your person is... Okay, so your person is realizing what they did wrong to you. I'm not getting something that they did wrong. I feel like this is somebody that's like trying to understand the bigger picture with vision here. Like in order to break new barriers here, you do have to see the bigger picture and learn how to be in mind, body, and soul energy. And continue to keep capture that vibration, that frequency. This is also that reading that I was doing where, you guys collective was learning how to harmonize with all types of frequencies, okay, all types of deliveries, energies. Overall energy is friendliness here. So holding that frequency, holding that energy, and also learning to be kind to that person. It's also kind of giving off shady energy too as well, because I feel like this is somebody that understands you, or they understand, yeah, they understand you, but also there's something about like there's something about like how you don't understand something as well, like you don't get it. With friendliness here, it's like, okay, I see the bigger picture, but the overall energy with friendliness here, it's kind of giving like, but like, be kind, be friendly. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connection. So it's like, I get you, but do you get me? I'm here, right? Exactly. Some people may be also tapping into that energy as well, but other people may be like, no. But again, this is all about harmonizing with mind, body, and soul. And it does seem like the person and or the situation that you're dealing with here, it's not about to them or to the situation harmonizing mind, body, and soul here. It's not even a point that's being made. It's more of like what do you do when you hurt a friend's feelings, right? They're emotional, or like they need some clarification, right? Some of you guys, this could be a therapist, or a counselor or something like that, or this person is somebody who is just very intellectual, very social. They're kind of giving off like the King of Wands, but also the King of Pentacles. Like they can be all types of... They're giving off Emperor or Empress energy. Like, I notice you, like you're the only one that's feeling reactive. Why do you feel reactive? Like, I'm not really understanding what's going on here. Some of you guys here, this person... Now, you guys could have felt some type of way about... I'm not really sure. I feel like this is you. Like, you guys could have felt some type of way about a person like this, and you guys were just like, oh, like, why are they acting like this? Like, because they kept seeing the bigger picture of the situation. And I feel like you guys were, like, not trying to see the bigger picture in the situation, because at the end of the day, something is the way it is. So why are you trying to see the bigger picture? Like, why are you trying to evolve this situation? I think that also too, like with this energy, you just didn't really like this person like that. Like you didn't like this person was like trying to like look at or be bigger than what the situation is here. Like for example, if I'm your boyfriend, I'm seeing like right hand, yeah. Like if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and you guys have a coworker, and this person starts treating you like, like you a coworker too, and not your boyfriend, your girlfriend, they're trying to evolve the situation like, oh, eventually, like, we could be that way, but we could be coworkers. And you're like, no, I don't want to be your fucking coworker. What I want to be is your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Like, I don't want to be that. And I feel like this person would be, like upset or be like, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you... That doesn't make any sense. Like, this person may see like you don't make any sense, but I do see that this person gets you, but they're just like, oh, we're friendliness here. I'm not sure that you're getting what I'm saying though now. Okay. It's giving off like a but. What's after friendliness here? We have humility. You are developing the loving awareness. Yeah, you are developing the level of awareness that you and everyone else are the same but on different paths here. Yeah, it's giving a but, like, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. You see what I mean. Okay, we're going through the situation. I just met you. I don't know if you guys just met or y'all been talking or y'all have a situation, but whatever it is, I do see that it's giving like let bygones be bygones. But also after humility, we have trust there. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. This is definitely somebody that is saying that you need to grow. You need to grow. And but I also see what you're coming from too. Like you're coming from for a space of like, I just want to be your girlfriend. I just want to be your boyfriend and possibly get married. I don't want to be in 26 and, you know, us being friends eventually and no one's going to have any boyfriend or girlfriend. What the fuck do you think this shit is? I'm not finna do that. That's not what I want to do. Like, I want to be in 2025. What are you talking about? It's a very airhead type of situation. But it's like, sometimes it's a little weird because I was in a situation like this too. Like, it was a little weird. Like, it's like, I don't want to be fucking you. And then a friend or somebody that's like a friend comes along and we all one big group of friends. And people don't even think that I'm your girlfriend or your boyfriend. And people think that we're all one big group of friends. Like, that's disrespectful to me as your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife. Like, what the fuck do you think this shit is? That means I'm not in that frequency and we're gonna get a divorce or we're gonna be friends or we're gonna just be like, get the fuck out of here, get out my face. So that's something that you're gonna have to, like, you know, make this person understand. But this person does have all the elements to understand that with you. But if this person says, okay, well, I don't want that, then you guys are going to separate. Obviously, depending on the situation, this person would be like, okay, you know what, you're right. I don't want that as well. This could be somebody that just has the characteristics or the ability to evolve the situation to something more here and you know, need to acknowledge that and just keep it as, you know, what something is, something that you guys came together to do. Okay, so we have the Magician here. So this person is going in the direction of, so I see that this person is taking a leap of faith and going in this direction that we're channeling here. We have the Three of Wands here. They do have some plans, clarifying the Three of Wands. Four of Pentacles, Page of Swords here. What is this? They're noticing that they can't go your way though. Why? Why is this not possible? I'm not gonna take that. Something told me not to take that card anyways. We have responsibility. They still need to soul search. They still need to soul search and they still need to go through things in life to understand your point of view. I'm here. I love to see it from your point of view, right? Yeah, they still need to go through some experiences to understand where you're coming from. Because if I would have made your boyfriend or your girlfriend, it's like, oh, what's the problem with all of us coming off like a friend? You know? And it's like, I'm fucking you. Like, do you understand that's disrespectful? This person doesn't have this person doesn't understand like how, like, every title means something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this person's sleeping on the titles, like, oh, this title's less than this title, and, you know, honestly, you're just like, no, like, no. Six of Swords here. So I do see them researching. I do see them, you know, taking responsibility. They are doing this here. Six of Swords here, Nine of Swords here. It is stressing them out though. Okay, Four Wands here. Wow, this person could have got married or this person is in a happy relationship here. This person is thinking about you though. They are thinking about you here and it's stressing them out. It is stressing them out because you're right and they're wrong and they're realizing that they married the wrong women. They married the wrong woman. They married the wrong man. They're in the wrong situation. Okay, and I am seeing that this person is looking for a divorce. Yeah, no matter what. This is somebody that's like, no matter what, I'm on a divorce. Like, it doesn't matter how happy you make me or whatever the situation is here. I want a divorce. I feel like they want a divorce because I'm not gonna lie, the person that they with, I feel like they knew that they was doing something stupid. And I see that this person responsibilities. Also something about like Invisalign. This could be something about Invisalign here. They knew that they was doing something stupid. This could be something about spontaneity too. Somebody was too spontaneous. Or something about like the Bill of Rights. Or something about a sponge. Maybe this could be about like, you know, if you're gonna get Invisalign, you need to make sure you have you gotta get your mouth clean, or it was a lie about like you don't need to get your mouth clean before you get Invisalign. Okay. This could be somebody who has braces or Invisalign, or this could be somebody that, it doesn't have to be the company of Invisalign, but it could just be like trades. But anyways, yeah, this is somebody that's looking for a divorce. Yeah, Ace of Cups here. Like, I'm not fucking with you no more. Oof. I kind of want to get into the tea. I kind of want to know, but it's like, you know, you're not here for that. But somebody's job, the company, they knew. They knew because I don't know if this person told them the story or like, I don't know, but there's something about like, you know, friendliness. It's all about like, you know, it's all about, you know, I was just talking about this shit the other day. It's all about like finding things in common to end on friendliness. And I was watching something. I was watching a video. Basically, honestly, my thing was the fact that like you did not execute all your fucking options with that person and or the situation to say like, you know, you could move on to the next relationship here, or you could move on. And that person knew. That person knew, or the situation knew, like you did not do everything in your power to make sure that everything was copacetic for you to properly leave something. And now someone's like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, I wasn't really, they was very tunnel vision. We're very fixed. It'd be intriguing to see what zodiac sign that they were in, you know? That's Taurus, Leos, Aquarius, and also Scorpio. Yeah, we have getting to know each other. So yeah, this is somebody that they was talking to, flirting with, left you for somebody else. I don't know. Over energy, we have religious factors. Yep, and this person lied. That person lied to marry them. They lied to be in a relationship with them. They lied to, you know, prove a point, take your man, take your girl, or be interested in this guy. When they wasn't on the same page with this person, they was just like, I knew that like you needed to, you know, you need to execute, or you needed to explore all your options with that situation. But did I give a fuck? No. Because I wanted to marry you. I wanted to marry you. I wanted to be in a relationship with you and everything. If both of them agree with this, one of them is not okay. Like, one of them is like, I'm not gonna lie, this shit hit home. Like, and I'm not really for the fact that I didn't explore all my options because I look stupid. I look like they feel that they obviously makes them feel like they made a mistake. Okay. And the other one is like, wow, like, you know, it's just having a great time. Like, we chilling, we vibing. Like, why you gonna mess up a good thing? You know? Why you want to mess up a good thing? Because it's like, I have a family. Like, I look stupid. Like, I'm not abundant anymore. Because they're going now down a path where it's just one way. Okay, we have compassion. Yeah, you demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing the love and sharing and living love. Over our energy, we have present here. So they're just going to they're being nice to this person. They're being fake nice to this person. Okay, they being fake nice to this person, they being fake whatever, you know. And this could be also somebody who's brainwashing this person too, because I see somebody like that is adopting somebody else's ideas, trying to control them into thinking that is their ideas. Inception. And it's not. They look like a puppet. You know, when people are being controlled and they look in the forefront and they look like a fucking puppet. Like, my thing too was what I don't want to say, but back in the days I was dating this guy and I used to I used to, you know, go look for the seat for me and him, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you have to be aggressive in New York City, you know what I'm saying? And then I come to find out, like, not come to find out, but I just thought to myself, I'm like, why the fuck do I need to do this? Like, you know, does this motherfucker think I'm like a monkey or some shit like that? Does he think I'm thirsty? You know, oh yeah, go out, my peasant. Like, that's how I kind of felt. You know, I was like, the fuck? I'm pretty sure, like, maybe, you know, whatever it is, but like, to be more true, you know, like, this day and age here, I was like, why the fuck do I need to go on a train and look for a goddamn seat? Like, come the fuck on, like, stand the fuck up. Or it just kind of, it's more for me, it's not more about him, but it's more for like the fact that I didn't know my work. Like, you don't run, you walk. You don't rush to eat, you slowly eat. Like, you know, mannerisms, poise, right? And that's exactly how that's exactly how he walked on the train. Like, when I would find a seat, I'd be like, oh, this is our seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was thirsty. I looked like I was thirsty. And then he'd be like, oh, yeah, we found the seat and everything. And then as time went on, I was like, I'm not going to be rushing to get a seat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a seat. You want to sit? And he would stand, or he would sit right next to me. But he would walk. He would be in this elegant energy. He really took that white shit to his head. You know what I'm saying? Like he really took that white shit to his head. And I was just looking at him, and I'm like, you know, he's really cocky, but the fact that he got a white family, I swear to God, like, he really is. Like, you know, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm like, I'm a special heritage. Like, my heritage, my ancestors is more special than him. So I don't even know what he talking about. like, I don't even know, bro. We here today because of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, damn, like, shit didn't knock down a couple of generations for you to be humble. Like, that's why they be saying, like, white people still racist. It's just, the fuck? Still to this day, like, no cap, but it's like, no shade. It's just like, the fuck? It's still baffling to me to this day, but I gotta grow. I gotta walk up, you know. I had a big heart, you know, but it is what it is. And maybe, that's not maybe, he's definitely was that way back in the days, but maybe he's different, but not my business. I'm just sharing my story. All right. We have the hangman here. Hangman upright is understand. So this person understands that. Yeah, this person understands that this ship has sailed. So they know that you're not gonna be the way that you should be, like, to evolve the relationship here. Like, this person was in this energy with you where there's like, okay, well, you would have time to work on yourself and they would have time to work on themselves. They are a certain vibration and you are a certain vibration. Usually, like, if there's a mistake, one can heal. But then it's like, all right, we got to be on the same page. We don't have time to be healing. We don't got time to be going to school. So what do? You got to adapt. And hopefully this doesn't get to the point where you and your person has to adapt so much. But they do understand that ship has sailed and it has to be all about, like, the situation at hand. Okay, so this could be about, like, you know, because this is a man and a woman with a child on top, taking care of their family, taking care of their enterprise, taking care of the business, the land, the company, whatever that needs to be taken care of. I'm also hearing to be quiet. Temperance is, the Tower card is here. Can you clarify the Tower card? All right, so this is this person not okay with it. This person is definitely not okay with the fact that you're not going to be in this energy. They're not okay with that. They don't sit well with that. King of Swords here, because at the end of the day, they like, you could lie, you could bend the truth. If you really want something, if you want to be on the same page, then you would do some shit. You would do it. Here we go. Here we go. Seven of Cups here, the Hierophant here. So now this person's confused about whether what is marriage to you? What is tradition? What is a serious relationship? What is a commitment? You know, they're confused. They're definitely, if you're married to this person here with the Queen of Wands here, if you're married, this person is definitely thinking about, like, I thought relationships was all about compromising. Like, that was their first card. I was willing to compromise. Are you willing to compromise? Like, are you willing to, this is a question of morality and values, you know, like, and how bad do you want it, but not in a sadistic, not in a weird way, not in a desperate, thirsty way. You know, because how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be on the same page? Unless you just lose your temper. But if you just lose your temper, that can always be forgiven because you need to calm your ass down. But if you somebody that is, not upset and you're dead ass, then that's how this person's coming off. That's why this energy is coming off like this, because it's like you said what you said and you're dead ass and you don't think that you should be saying sorry or apologizing or compromising. That's why the energy is coming. That's why this person came off as the King of Swords, because the King of Swords comes in as a mediator. They come off as righteous. They come off as they're integrity. They keep their integrity. They're the therapist. They're the counselor. Okay, you would go to this person to confide, and they will tell you some shit. Okay, I'm definitely getting there's a therapist or a counselor that's confused about their marriage. They're confused about their. I'm also getting they're confused about their weddinghood. I've never even heard of that shit. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles is here. This is definitely somebody's husband, somebody's wife. They've been working on it. They've been married for 8 years, 78 years, or 87 years, or maybe 7 years, 8 years, 5 years. Thinking about renewing the vows here. Are they thinking about renewing the vows? The Devil, Temptress, the Moon here. Could be some infidelity, cheating, or you not doing that shit because there's somebody else around. You being tempted a little too much, and it's like it's okay to look, but you looking a little too long. Okay, this is a little deep. I feel like this is something. Like, we don't got time. I mean, we do got time. We don't got time to be going. We don't got time to be going through all of this here, because this is something that I feel like that goes inside somebody's bedroom when they arguing back and forth, or it's like the little, how was work? Work was nice. Like, oh, how was your friend? I went to go get coffee. Like, me and him got a muffin. Like, all right. It's like, you don't think that you should be like massaging my feet after I just said it's been a long day. Like, you don't think that you should, you feel me? Like, it's something where it's like, I'm confused. Why you not learning my language now? I'm here, now you're talking my language, now you're talking my language. Some of you guys here, this person is thinking about, like, if this person, they do stay with you and they confide in you and everything goes well, you're going to end up being a different woman or a different man. You're going to be carrying a different energy here. I wouldn't say a temptress, but you're going to end up being more seductive, but I wouldn't say like the death, the what do you call this? I don't know why I keep saying the death card. This is a Capricorn, a temptress. So you're not going to be a Scorpio, but you're not going to be a Capricorn, but it's something like in between, I guess. Scorpios are highly sexual, but they're also secretive. And then Capricorns are like really hardworking, but with the Temptress being here, the Devil here, they're alluring. So you're going to be someone in the middle where it's like a kind of irresponsible, sloppy energy, but it'll be like really good sex, like a really good moment, It'll be chill, but like, what I'm talking about, the vibes. Like, as if you catch your best friend, your best friend and your boyfriend, your best friend, your girlfriend, like you get the vibes between them two. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy you and your person's giving off. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. We have Trust. Wow. I love this card and I love this deck, honestly, because when I see the Trust card, that means I'm on point. Okay. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Over our energy, we have Patience here. Patience, my guy. Patience. Okay. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So in time, this will come about. I don't sense this person's going to divorce. I don't see divorce at all. Like, this person is not thinking about divorce or separation from you at all. This person doesn't want a divorce. Okay. So I don't know why you guys, like, something about like, oh, do you want a divorce? Do you want to break up or something like that? No, this person, I wouldn't say don't believe in divorces, but they like, I'm far from thinking about a divorce with you. It's just one of those things where it's like, I understand that like you're excited and you've been in the house a lot, but as you need to focus on the fact that like you have a wife, you have a husband, you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, and I have needs too, that's the only thing that you guys need to understand about this person. I would also say like this person's like, you could look, but stop looking so much, or don't touch, like you're touching now. And I think it's true because I could sense that you guys are, like everybody else is like, tempting. I feel like everybody else is tempting, and I do see that you are looking and you are thinking about like touching too. But I am seeing like this person is gonna, like, if it don't work out between you and this person, I do see that this person is gonna marry like wifey material, husband material. You may be like, I don't care, but it's like you're like in a museum that could kind of touch the animal sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, you know. We have the Ten of Swords here. Two of Pentacles. This person, you don't, this person's lying to you about how many times you're hurting them, and honestly, you really don't, like, you don't show up, you don't show up for dinner, you don't show up. The Star card here. This person's being guided to somebody else. I'm gonna just be real. This person's being guided to somebody else here. Mr. Star. Four Swords here. Yeah, there's like another couple, and obviously this other couple is trouble in paradise. Ooh, I want to know who it is. Let's be nosy. I want to know who it is. Let's be nosy. I can't reach with their nationality, but let's see. I can sense the energy. But right now, these couples or this person that's being guided to this other individual here, they're occupied. They're trying really hard for their person. They're trying to be in tune, be in the motion, be in the rhythm. So they don't really see each other, but I do see that your person's like, I'm really bending down talking to you, but it's like the more I talk to you and the more we go through situations, you look smaller, smaller, and smaller, like a motherfucking midget. Okay. We have make the effort. Yeah, so there's nothing really happening right now, but they are being guided to each other. We have let go of control issues. Yep. And we also have free yourself. So, and pay attention to the red flags, forgiving and learning, let your friends help you, finances and career. They're not focused on each other at all. I do see a person is, let me see what this person with this other individual. Okay, then I'll take these cards. Oof. Some of you guys, you need to watch your back, because I feel like some shit's crawling on my fucking back. Okay. Finances and career. I'm not taking that. What's going on with the collector's person, with this other individual? Okay, we have codependency. You deserve love. So they're just eager to be with them because they're not getting attention from you. That's all that it is. But this other one doesn't even know. Okay, let's go dependency. We have engagement. Yeah, so your person's focusing, and maybe that's why also you're doing what you're doing to this person, because your subconscious is saying for you to I think your subconscious is trying to tell you that this person is looking somewhere. Like your subconscious is trying to tell you that their mind is elsewhere with somebody else, and you study looking at this other person, you interested in them, when you need to see that, your subconscious or the energy is coming to you because spirit is saying that, well, you need to tempt your husband, you need to tempt your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, okay? Because, somebody tempting you, but you need to tempt your husband because your partner wants you to tempt them. I'm not gonna lie, they do want you to tempt them. They wear something or try to lure me in or do something. It's not like I'm gonna reject you. I really like it on you, I'm interested in you. And I feel like this person has been trying to tell you and you've not really paying attention. You may be saying like, oh, because of this, because of that, because of this, but I see a person just has a different perspective than you, and their vision is really broad. I'm not gonna lie. Their vision is a broad, but it's like in 30-25, you just gotta they're like stiff. Okay, that's one thing I need to pay attention to. They're like stiff. Mr. or Mrs. Stiffy. Like, you know. And this person maybe will be like, oh, you know, I don't like that. Like, I'm not interested in that. But they're saying that they're not interested in that because they're focusing on somebody else. So, y'all basically in the same boat. I'm not going to lie. Y'all in the same boat. But I don't see that your person's going to refuse you. Because the more you keep tempting them, the more they'll be like, oh, okay, so you know. And this person, they do read. Okay, so I do see something about that. I'm hearing something about Brie or Brianna. Okay, this could be something about Forbes as well. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely a good ass husband. I do see like it's exciting with this person too. A lot of excitement. Okay. If this is somebody new, because I feel like this was like an ongoing conversation. Some of you guys, if you was flirting with somebody's brother, I'm honestly getting, if you was flirting with somebody's cousin or giving like a cousin energy, this is definitely somebody that wants you to tempt them. Okay, if this is like somebody's ex-boyfriend, a best friend situation here, I'm definitely getting like this person was in a relationship here and, you know, they wanted you to tempt them. They want you to do more than that. For some of you guys, if you were dealing with like a cousin situation, this cousin, for some of you guys, that's y'all message. If y'all with this person, if y'all married, I'm definitely seeing like your husband, your wife wants you to tempt them, you know, because they do see that you're looking. And they're like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking, I'm interested, but this person doesn't want me, they don't see me, they don't notice me. And then I see that there's somebody that would like to have a conversation with you, but this person that's having a conversation with you, they're like, I really don't want to have a conversation with you. And you're saying the same thing too. I feel like if that's your message, I feel like that's the one you're gonna marry. Like, but that one's more about like there's no talking. Y'all don't talk. Y'all just have sex. Y'all have sex. Y'all don't talk to each other. It's like y'all wake up, good morning, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? And y'all come to work. I made food. Oh, y'all watch TV, football, stuff like that. You know, he smacks your ass. Y'all fuck. You know, she smacks, you know, she blowjob, whatever it is. I feel like it's about time. You know, Tim from About Time, his friend, he was like, I'm going to make him my best man. You know, the gingerhead bride, he ended up marrying Kit Kat. You know, he was like full on penetration, blowjob, number 5, like, you know. But no, I feel like that's the one. I feel like if you can't get in, if some of your best friend left and, you know, you had somebody's married and you're like, where do I fit in? This is not a conversation. Yeah, I knew I wasn't bugging. There's a net here. Okay, there's a net that's coming about. This could be something about incest here, but I feel like this is somebody that's annoyed. I get nets. It's in the summertime, so, but, yeah, like, I was like, what the fuck is on my back? Like, I just felt, you know, it's on my back. Anywho's, somebody trying to block y'all blessings. That's what the fuck it is. Because I was dead ass in the mood. I was not in the mood like that, but I was dead ass, like, in the vibe, in the energy. Something about, like, a swan could be significant here. You're like a swan to this person. This person, I'm not gonna lie, this person, they do want to hurt you a little bit, but I feel like this person likes to see you rejected. Like, they want to see you hurt that they rejected you, but then it's like a conversation that I have, you know, like it's a conversation y'all have. And then like, it's like, y'all don't really want to have a conversation. Like, this person's like, I'm not having a conversation. Okay, this is also going back to like that, what's it called, that I think it's like that new moon, and if there's a new moon in Gemini or full moon in Gemini, this person could be an Aries, this person could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody that's very calm though. Like, they too are like the outside, the only eyeball out. Yeah, I'm seeing something about like top search or like top secret or something like that. But anyways, yeah, like it's just y'all sit, go to work, y'all have sex, time. There's no cheating though. But it's like if y'all interrupt the pattern, the rhythm is not there anymore. You would have to feel hurt that you're rejected, and there would be a conversation. And it's like, obviously, I don't want to have a conversation anymore. It'll happen again. It'll happen again. But it's like there's but so much times that you're gonna have to feel rejected. So you once you feel rejected the first time and the second time, that's it. But this person is not gonna like make you feel. They're not gonna make you feel like it's something wrong with you, especially if like you have a best friend. Like they don't do none of that shit. Like if they like the best friend, you have to go in front of them and you have to be like, no, this is my man's. I will fuck him in front of you. Like don't play with me, you know, like, you know, and if I, you know, if you had a situation like this before where it was quiet but if it was a lot of talking, that's not the person. This one doesn't talk. Like there's no talking with this person. Like y'all go places, it's nice, it's chill. Y'all go on dates. It's leading towards marriage. It's leading towards those things. And if y'all have conversations, it would be about like it would be like I don't know. It would be like indirect conversations. Like, oh, I'm just chilling. Oh, yeah. Like, I can't wait to chill with you, Netflix and chill. But it's like, And they're not the type of person to be like, oh, I'm a Netflix and chill with you. They don't do that. They be like, oh, like you watching TV. Oh, that's cool. You know, like y'all just having a conversation. But you know, in the bedroom, like you already know. And then y'all keep doing stuff like that. But I mean, people in relationships like this, they don't normally do stuff like that. They are not ready. That is not it. They're definitely giving up boyfriend and girlfriend vibes, and they put themselves in this energy, in this arena. This is marriage. A certain type of marriage. It's very quiet, lasts as long. It's old people. If you're doing it right, you don't have a wandering eye. You don't have a wandering eye until Sally comes through, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm flirting with you, and they're like, oh, you're flirting with me. Okay, I guess. And then you come home to your wife, or you come home to your husband, and it's like, does she know? Obviously he's going to change the pattern, or obviously she's going to change the pattern because it's that frequency. And it's like, oh, is everything okay? Yeah, everything's okay. And I don't know, like, I don't know if you would like say something or do something or whatever it is here. Let me get a card for that. But yeah, this one's a very quiet. This one feels like the black sheep of the family, but this one feels like, you know, it will last. Like that's your husband. That's your wife. You know, but if they are looking around and looking for somebody else and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, you're boring, like you don't like me. It would be more about rejection. Like you're making me feel like I'm not special. Like you're making me feel like I'm not your husband, I'm not your wife. Like what's the problem? Do I look ugly? Do I stink? Like what is wrong? Like why are you not into me? You know, but they don't like that. Like you got to make them, no, I'm comfortable. Yeah, I'm comfortable with your family. I'm comfortable with everything. Like we're chill, we're great. Like everything's great. I accept everything. The minute you feel squirmy and everything, they're going to track that shit and be like, nah, I'm out. Like, because it's like, maybe you're not the one. But the way how this is coming off, it's coming off as like, that person's like, oh, I'm going to always come back to you. You know, it's kind of giving us like twin flame vibes. I ain't even going to hold you. Virtue, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Yeah, so there's just a peacefulness here. It's just like, I hope you're not doing anything. You know, I love you. And then it's like when they go back to the office, it's like, listen, Sally, I'm going to cut this off. I have to cut this off because, you know, I love my wife. Instead of like or I love my husband, I love my boyfriend, I love my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And instead of like, you know, busting it down in the bedroom or doing whatever, you know, it's like, listen, I can't be doing that, Sally. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Sally's like, you're fired. I'm sorry, Sally, because you're not understanding. We're not about to make this shit obsessed. Okay? Like, this is the movie of Beyonce, I'm telling you. Or I'm going to just go find another job. Or I'm going to just have Shorty to drop you. Because, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I love my wife. I love my husband. And we're not doing that. And I do see that this is a very long-lasting marriage. I actually feel like, you know, you are a very special one. If you're whoever that is, you are a very special one, and you know this shit is yours. And you know you are. All I can say is I'm so proud of you. And you that is what, and you know you are. Like, that's how that shit is. That's how that goes. It's a very, I love my girl, I love my man, you know, that's my energy. Like, that's my shit. I always say, new subscribers, I know you guys, I always say my husband loves me and I'm on my journey to getting married. I told you my husband loved me up and down, and I love my husband, I love my husband very much. You know what I'm saying? Bust it down. I'm not talking about like that, though. Okay. You're gonna get an exit card. All I can say is, you know, this person like you on the grill. They like when you flip them burgers and you titties and your booty, your big titties, your flat butt, or some shit like that. Or you got a big butt and, you know, big titties. They all I can say is, I'm so proud of you. You know, this person also too, when it gets to that point where they reject the girl, you know, and such shit like that, because they feel like they really did it, like they was able to resist temptation or whatever. It's a sense of like, you know, I did everything right, you know. And also they gonna see that when that bitch go away, she's a temptress. They gonna be like, that's a temptress. I'm happy I married her. I'm happy I got with this girl. You know, I'm happy I got with this guy. So yeah. Ooh. Okay, can I get an exit card? Riches, think big. Just give me my money. That's what I love for real though. Somebody got money. This person got money. You know, you and this person, or there's a lot of riches between you and this person here. Okay, this person either got money, or you guys can have a lot of money, or this is just the beginning. Anytime I get this card, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Okay, we have a dedicated to God of wealth. You can use this symbol to relieve codes. Okay, so if you have a cold, if you're sick, you can use this symbol. Just give me my money, all that, to relieve codes. Breathe in deeply several times. Become conscious of what you can smell, and then hold your breath for a few seconds. Universe showers me with riches, of which I am a wise and generous steward. Okay. Yeah, something about Christina Stewart could be significant here, because the last name was Christina Stewart. Or I think, is that her name? That's her name. Christina Stewart. I don't think about Bella. But yeah. And you bad as fuck, and you know you are. All I can say, nah, this person really loves you. I ain't even gonna hold you. This person really loves you. Y'all not ever getting divorced. Like this person will think about it, but it's something where it's like, this person, it's like something like role play y'all do, like with the divorce or separating, is like, you want me, right? Like, how bad do you want me? And you just be flipping that burger. You know, it's just sitting there like, how bad do you want me? I'm just flipping the burger. You know, I'm just flipping the burger, and I'm gonna go in the living room. I'm gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna go to get a beer. You know, something like that. You know, you ever done anything like? Or some of you guys like, no, I've never done that before. Clearly, I can tell you have. I'm gonna go get a burger. I'm gonna go get like a beer. I'm gonna go get this. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You know, you just happen to go to the bathroom. You know, you just happen to go to this. You just happen to go. You know, you know, some chick tried to do that shit to me too. Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, why the fuck? And nobody knew. I feel like if you're not in this energy, because I feel like certain people get to this energy, and when you get to this energy, you got to be at a certain mental space or a certain frequency. You got to be around certain people that do shit like this. They don't talk. They don't have a lot of friends. They don't socialize like that. It's quiet. It's like suburbs, or you know, or like college. Like the quieter it is, the more it's like, I'm not talking, I'm doing, and I'm not gonna explain myself. I'm just, you know, I'm gonna just appear, right? A lot of people, depending on like how low your frequency is, they talk, they too much drama, they don't understand that shit, right? So I had somebody do that shit. They was watching TV. I keep talking about it because it's just so like. But anyways, to make a long story short, they finished watching the show. I was in the room sleeping. You know, they finished watching the show. Shorty jumped right in the shower after the show finished. And I was like, do you understand, like, this tone? Like, you trying to say you trying to marry him? Shorty was smirking and laughing at me, too, like, as she walked past the room. I said, nah. I was like, nah, this bitch gotta go. She gotta go today. Like, you know, Shorty was like, Shorty smashed, bro, for real. My ex-boyfriend, bro, for real. Nah, I mean, she didn't have sex with him, but it was like, bro, speaking that language, you smash. And my ex-boyfriend, he was so dumb because it's like, do you know that or do you not know that? And I'm like, how you not know that? But then it's like, yeah, we not gonna work out. like we not gonna work out. It's like, that's fucked up. It's not fucked up, bro. Like, it's territorial. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's something weird. It's like, no, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's not fucked up though. Cause it's like, look where I'm at and look where you're at and look what we decided to do, but your ignorance and you being so emotionally heartstrung by another bitch is a problem. Like, you fucked up, Joe. You fucked up, Joe, and that's not my fault because I've been trying to tell you I was Chicken Little, but I got blamed for every fucking thing. You know, but it's all good. Anyways, but yeah, this is that type of shit where it's just like, you don't say, you just do shit and shit just appears, shit just happen, you know? But I do see you and this person going really far. This is a nice ass marriage, okay? And some of you guys here, this person probably won't even get to that point where it's Sally, because this person's like, nope, 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 nope. I'm not putting myself in that predicament. I really love my girl, I really love my man. And this person just constantly looks at you. Something about they stare at you. You know what I'm saying? They always want to catch you slipping. Like, oh, do you not like me? Do you think I'm ugly? Do you think I smell? Like, are you faking it? Like, you know, or do you don't understand that this is rich or something like they just, but they love you very much. Let me get a card for this person. Because I feel like they want to say something else. They want to tell you something. So, but everybody else, honestly, they just need to... Everybody else, they in like this skid lines here. This is the only person that's not in skid line. Like, this person's engaged with you and you're engaged with them too. It kind of sounds a lot like this married man or this person that's asking for attention and they're looking at somebody else but they don't notice them. But no, this is you notice them. You're flipping burgers, you're at a party, you're doing all this extra stuff here. I'm also getting like assassination. Yeah, I'm seeing like somebody, like, nobody ain't gonna do nothing to you. But anywho's, yeah, I'm getting like also too, yeah, that's not you, that's somebody else. Yeah, somebody's saying that somebody else is gonna be on the street selling a pussy, or or somebody, I don't know. That's something that's not your problem. That's not your business. But anywho's, I was really trying. Like, I was for a minute right there. There's like a conversation or some shit like that. It's not your business. Your business is your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your job, your manager, whatever the situation is. That's your business. Because honestly, at the end of the day, what goes around comes back around. Like, the fuck. But it's not even like cocky. It's just like, just give me my money. Like, you know, like facts. Like, just give me my money. All right, this person wants to say something to you, though. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path of love and spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely embrace and freely lovingly. All right, so I feel like this person wants to talk to you, but they don't want to, like, I feel like they're going to fuck it up, though. That's the thing. They're going to fuck up the rhythm. Yeah, drum. Inner peace here, be still. They're going to fuck up the rhythm. Because this person's like, oh, they basically want to tell you their insecurities. They want to tell you their insecurities and shit like that, and you're going to come to them like, why are you worried about that, though? Like, that's not even true. Like, you know I love you. Like, you know, it's not like that. They're like, I know, but I can't shake this feeling with you. I think the problem is the fact that this person feels they're not like, you know, when you meet a gold digger, but then you know when somebody's not a gold digger and they make you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's one of those situations with this person where they feel like you're not it and they feel insecure because they never met a gold, not a gold digger before. You know what I'm saying? They never met a gold digger before. They haven't not met a gold digger before, and I feel like they're insecure because they're shocked that they actually met someone who's not like that. It's true. You know, they met someone that's actually not like that, and they kind of feel kind of guilty because they dwelled in this like balanced, well poised energy for a reason, right? It was they became who they are because they kept meeting a lot of gold diggers or kept meeting a lot of individual situations and stuff like that, and they kind of feel almost embarrassed. That's why they want to talk to you about it, because it's that's why it's manifesting like that. They're like, I'm embarrassed that I actually met someone who's the one who's, you know, who's capable and etc etc here, and we can be rich. It's like, it's like, honestly, with riches, think big. Like, do you understand like how valuable this connection or how rare this is? And you may be like, I mean, yeah, I see what you're talking about, I get it. You know, but they're just like really like, they really want you to understand, they really want you to like shake out of the routine of like, no, like this is so possible, this is real. It sounds like my last read. This is so possible, this is so real, and they want to explore that. They want to take you everywhere, but it's like they're too excited. They about to lose that energy because their electron is getting really excited and they're getting close to the nucleus, and they gonna get to some shit like this. That's why that codependency with that man, you know, looking somewhere else, or that girl looking somewhere else, but somebody's partner is already looking out temptress. You know, that's why it's looking so similar, because this person, if they get so excited and fuck up the rhythm, they're gonna get in this energy. The vibration and frequency, that's how you can understand the universe. No hassle, just let go. Exactly. This person just needs to let go. It's give me my money. All right, let me get a card for this person, and then we're gonna end the read. Okay, we have enthusiasm, a new start. A start afresh and taste. I start afresh and taste the beginner's eagerness. Yeah, so this person just needs to like watch what you cook. Okay, they need to watch what you cook here. Yeah, something about a grill. Somebody grilling, flipping burgers. You have be true, be profound. Yeah, so, yeah. Sorry. But yeah, all is well. Yeah, this person really likes you. They love you. And if they, I mean, the reason why they probably won't cheat, or they may never be infidelity in this marriage or in this connection, is because this person could fuck up the frequency. They could fuck up the frequency. They could fuck up the vibration. And they need to just honestly like not think that way and not be so excited, because it's like, all right, be humble, be happy that you got the guy. Be happy, be humble that you got the girl. You know, so be humble, be grateful. So yeah, really sad. It's not, like, it's a lot of information. Somebody, I was also getting too, like, remember I was quiet too? They're saying that somebody that you was dating, or somebody that knows your story or whatever, maybe some shit didn't work out between you and a guy, you and a girl, you and a job. They saying that you're gonna keep talking about a bitch, or you're gonna be talking about a job or going somewhere, and this person gonna be selling they pussy, prostitution on the street. Or they're gonna be doing something on the streets or some shit like that. But they said if they don't happen to that person, they saying that it may happen to somebody in your fucking family. It may happen to somebody in your family. But it's like, you know, And they like, but they saying karma is a bitch, but not to somebody in your family. They saying karma is a bitch to that person because all they got to do is what? Drop that frequency, go into that frequency, go into the vibration, and everything happens for a reason. I feel like this person is gifted. Like they a sightseer. They can see things. They don't see things before they happen, but they are visionary. Like they get visions, and they like Phoebe, you know, phobia. they that's what's going on here. And I do see that they're right, but there needs to be like a trigger. Like me, for example, like me talking about like those situations with my ex-boyfriend and the chick that I was dealing with. You know, like there has to be a trigger. Yeah. I mean, it's my story. I could talk about it. People say it. I mean, people would be like in a situation it's not true, but I mean, nobody was there but me and that person, and there's no way that somebody should be feeling that insecure. Or I mean, I wasn't even secure. I just had that feeling in my stomach where I was like, it's like, you know, when you hear your parents having sex, it's that feeling in my stomach. Like it felt real queasy. I was like, yeah, I don't want to hear my parents having sex, you know, like that's how it felt between the two of them. And my underarms were sweating. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? I'm like, y'all like each other, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like when y'all together. It's uncomfortable to me. And I dropped her. And I'm like, you gaslighted me. My ex-boyfriend, he gaslighted me and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, he like, oh, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. I'm like, so why do I feel that queasy? Like, you got bitches sitting on your lap in college, but you know, you got bitches sitting on your lap and doing all types of shit to you, flirting with you and everything. Like, the fuck? And I felt that way when I was in college too with him, when he was flirting with this girl and with the hijab. And Shorty knew she was like getting to me. Like Shorty knew she was like looking at that motherfucker too and me like, you really gonna let him like flirt with me like that? But it felt 10 times worse with the white bitch that he was dealing with. And I was like, and I think for me, it finally clicked when they was watching a movie and she was smirking and she was laughing. And she walked past his mother's room because I was sleeping in the room, and she went right in the shower. I said, nah, like, yeah. And then I'm like, all right, I think my ex-boyfriend down with it too. And, you know, he was moving funny. He was like, why would I, you know, like her when I told you to drop her and this and that and that? But I'm like, but y'all was texting independently, you know, like, and you came to me and told me. So I could drop her and you could talk to her behind my back and don't have to tell me. Like, I don't want to say that word, like, you could, I'm like, it's not about that. It's just the fact that, like, I don't believe none of them motherfuckers because I'm like, I don't want to hear my parents having sex in the bedroom. Like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel queasy. I shouldn't be having to feel that way. Like, that's weird. Even adults still to this day, when they hear people have sex or whatever, they still feel queasy. They feel uncomfortable. They know they fucking. Like, I'm embarrassed. I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. You shouldn't be feeling that way when you're with your best friend, or you should be feeling that way with somebody else. And honestly, there's no consequences. Like, if people be like, they young, and I'm like, well, I'm not young. I finished college, so I'm a grown-ass woman. Like, we not doing that shit. And then you got adults in the situation that don't give a fuck. They just like, it is what it is. And I'm like, no, you need to tell your son something. Because, you know, he going around hitting motherfuckers and doing whatever the fuck he want to do. Like, he's some black motherfucker. Like... Like, even black boys don't be doing that. I mean, I never, you know, but I've never been through a situation like that before. And now white bitch, she gotta go. And she dead ass with a black boy too. And I'm like, you see, this is why I stay out of situations like that. Because that's not my business. That's not my territory. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't like African Americans because of that. I don't like African American men because of that. And they'll be like, oh, you could stay not liking us. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you going to jail. I don't give a fuck about your story. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I care about mines though. And that's all I care about. It's honestly embarrassing. It's also embarrassing in history that you would choose the white women over the black women. And look how the black girls is looking. Like, they look crazy. And honestly, that's not their responsibility, but it's like, treat people how you would like to be treated. They look crazy. Not all of them, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look crazy. The way how they talk, the way how they carry themselves, like, it's because of neglection from the African American and also how they treat each other. Like, and you want to go to something that looks aesthetically pretty, but then they look ugly as a motherfucker. And some of them don't even look old. Like, when they get younger too. I mean, when they get older, it's just something where it's like, I don't really fuck with them like that. They iffy. And they iffy in history, they sound like superheroes and everything, but when you meet them in person, it's just that, like, I don't want to fuck with them. I don't want to, like, ugh. That's it. And it's not all, but it's like you would never catch me, and I could respectfully say you would never catch me dating an African American male. You know what I'm saying? Even African guys, like I love my dark skin. I love being dark skinned and everything, but you would never catch me with them. They disgrace. They really make me feel some type of way. Like, but that's why I just hi, how you doing? And you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when they be flirting too, I'd be like the audacity. Like, stop. But like, it's not funny. It's just one of those things where it's like you gotta understand from like I'm very like I'm historical, you know, like I like history, and history, it does repeat themselves, and you repeat and you do things every day. Like it really, and no one really understands that. Like they hear it, but then they still catch an attitude. And I'm like, the fact that you're catching an attitude in that split second, like says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying this shit to hurt you. I'm saying this shit to be aware. Like, if you are aware, I'm not saying for you to get with an African American woman, but like, you gotta get with them. You don't gotta have a baby with them, but it's like, treat yourself, understand, be awoke, right? And project. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the African American woman would be like, I have a chance, or, you know, I can be calm. They could be confident like a white woman. You know what I'm saying? White women look the way they look, and they carry themselves, besides them being, you know, real shady. But like, you know, but they carry themselves because they have that in their mindset. I don't know if you know this, but they have in their mindset, oh, a black man, they look good. And they know, you could tell telepathically, the African American man, like, you know, he's like, yeah, I do like that too. What happens to black women? You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't give a fuck, because like, I like all types of races, you know what I'm saying? But like, it still hurts, because it's like, I'm half African American, you know what I'm saying? And it still hurts. And it's just, I don't even want to be around them. You know, I don't want to be around them. I don't want to be their friend. I don't like the way how they talk. I don't want to have to carry themselves. It's just, I don't like it. You know, and it's the fact for me, for African American, it's not the attitude. It's that, why you got to wear a weave? Like, why you got to wear a weave? You know, why you can't? It's so much. And I'm like, I have no respect. Like, I think that you're doing what you're doing, like with Barack Obama. It's great. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Even when Obama, he was voting, or he was, you know, rooting for Kamala, like that whole situation, oh my brothers, like you look like you were mad thirsty for the vagina. Like, I'm like, you have a wife. Ain't no white man on the podium disrespecting his wife like that. Like, he over there, like, over here power hungry and shit like that. Like, it's just weird. Like, it was just so weird. Like, they're so weird. I'm not, I mean, it's just my opinion. Maybe I haven't met all the African American men, and I'm not blaming African American, you know, men, but they got some shit to work on, because it's pretty apparent that you only talking to the white women and not African American women. And African American women was on this, like, was in them plantations too. You know what I'm saying? And being that you leaving them with the kid, maybe they was doing a little bit more at the plantation than you. You know what I'm saying? It's still not sitting right, you know? But that still doesn't excuse them, because if you that strong as an African American woman, your ass should be mentally strong and get yourself out of that situation. You don't gotta take your man, but it's like, if he wanna stay over there, let him stay over there. Don't be chasing him down. You know what I'm saying? But if you do have a family, take care of your family. But it's all right. Like, you could go to somebody else and make sure that motherfucker stay there. Okay, because you want to be with that person, go ahead and go be with that person. Let that shit stick in history. Okay, let that shit stick. It's not about revenge or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with just make sure people take care of the responsibility and let their kid on the other side realize, so that way they could go to the other side and be like, nah, this one's the right one. And if you want to take this person, it would be done. The transaction would be done properly. I mean, like, I don't. White with black women, they be like, it's all right, we fine. You say that because you haven't experienced the other side, and you be crying because you're man and all this shit here. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that you following Africa traits with polygamy and having all these damn baby mama like Nick Cannon, get the fuck out of here, honey. You're African American. Bitch, you were born on American soil with African heritage, right? And your ancestors, you don't act like your father wasn't impregnate everybody on the fucking American soil. You don't make no motherfucking sense. So don't be trying to act like some fucking African. Okay? Don't what you impregnated all types of chicks before. Like, I don't understand with them, honey. And then them white girls too, like they be really doing it. They be really like mischievous. Like it's just one of those things where it's like obviously the big elephant in the room, who they chasing after. Cause I ain't chasing after no African American guy. Like who we all chasing after? Who they all chasing after? The real Slim Shady need to stand the fuck up and be like, listen, I like you, you're amazing, but you know, you gotta choose. You gotta choose, honey, because that shit not cute. That's not right, you know. And in my situation, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I had people in my the only one that told me what was going on was my mom. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic. People, some of y'all would say, but that's the only one that told me about the ex-best friend and the boyfriend. But she was just too damn emotional. I couldn't really understand. I couldn't cipher. You know? I couldn't understand. I wasn't getting it. And everybody was like, maybe she liked both of y'all. I said, no, I don't think she liked both of us. I don't even care about my sexuality. Like, you know, like the little setup that we had. It was just one of those things where it's like, I don't like that feeling in my stomach. Like I get butterflies in my stomach. You know, like when I feel insecure, I feel like in my chest, you know, but this one was in my stomach and I was cold and shit like that. Like I was like hearing my mom and my dad having sex or some shit like, which I never, but I heard, you know, you could put this, you know, I've been in an experience. I was like, oh, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to hear that. Like, you know, I ain't like it. I ain't really like it. I ain't like it. And honestly, I ain't really, that turned me off about him. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be with nobody like that. Like, the fuck? Like, that's not my work. I just finished fucking college. I'm on social media. I'm booming on social media. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm going to all these. Got my grandfather. I'm happy, you know? And then you over here want to go, I'm feeling all queasy in my stomach with this hoe. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Get out of my face. My grandfather passed away around all this shit happening. And then, like, I was living with, it's just crazy. It was just one thing after another. I kind of wish I never, but I can't because, you know, I have my daughter and I'm very happy and I'm happy now. And, you know, it's just, I never, ever, like, I never want anybody to make me feel that way because that was horrible. Like, really you want to go right in the shower after and then you got her boyfriend over there like, I don't care, like it is what it is. And I'm like, hell no. You don't want to take no responsibility. If I had my man, or if I found out, he would have been like, I'm looking for somebody else now, you know, I'm fucking with you, like, you know, if I was a man, I would have been like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, honey. Going to a friend's house and you talking about, oh, this motherfucker's your friend. And you going over there and then come to find out, like, you want to hop right in the shower and then you want to bend on all fours and you come the fuck on. You got to get the fuck out. You out. You's a bird and you don't got no kids by me. I'm out. Like, there's no way. There's no fucking way, bro. But anyways, that's just my story. I'm just saying, like, it's just crazy. I don't deal with that. Like, I don't want nobody to make me feel that way. Like, even when my mans be, or back in the days when they be like looking at girls and shit like that, I'd be like, I'm going the other way. I'm going the other way. Like, we got this little plan and shit like that. Like, that's your business. But I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not trying, but I'm telling you where I'm going. Like, as boyfriend, I said, I want to have a baby. I want to get married. Bitch, I had a baby. Okay? That's what the fuck I did. And I'm going to get married. And my husband's going to love me. And I'm going to be doing that. And I love my husband too. Like, my old subscribers, y'all know. Like, y'all already know, honey. That's what's happening. I'm not doing that, honey. I don't want to do the swinging and looking the other way. Nobody got time for that shit. I've been there, done that, and that does not a good feeling. That's why the queasiness feel. It's great to be on the other side, but then when you look at the other person and you're like, damn, the whole world is about perception. I would never want to be on that side, and I don't want to do anything for clout. I don't want to chase after clout or whatever the fuck shit goes. Like I don't want to do anything for clout. To stay on that frequency, in other words, to stay on that other side. I'm not doing that. I'd rather have somebody. It's a two-way street, and people get cocky when you still boyfriends and girlfriends and shit like that. People get cocky and they be like, fuck it, like, don't you ever start acting funny, because I'm gonna just do the same thing. Like they say, how you got them is how you lose them. So it's just weird. It's just, I'm not doing that. But anywho's, one day maybe, I know some of you guys are like, well, if an African American guy come to you or anybody, like, would you ever? I mean, no. It's like, damn, like, no. I mean, and it's not like a historical thing and everything. It's not just that. I just don't prefer them. Like, I don't, you gotta be the reason why. I think I'm too juiced up with African Americans. I think I'm too juiced up my chakras, I can't. It's just also, why? And then it's just, I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna sound ignorant, but I don't even have the answer myself, but I know I'm very intuitive. Like, it's just why? Like, why? It's crazy. Let me get a card for this since it's so long. We have learning to love myself. See, I go the other way. I go the other way. And this is the deck, what's this called? Healing Energy Oracle. Okay, so we have learning to love myself. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weakness into strengths. I release that I am a being of lights, and I allow myself to shine. Go the other way. Love yourself, because that's clearly not loving yourself. Everything that I just said, that's clearly not loving yourself. Why would you want somebody that belongs or gave you the title, gave up their, power to you and giving it to somebody else too? Why the fuck? No, that's not loving yourself. That's not you having, I didn't ask for a conversation. I asked for a private conversation, not a conference. The fuck? Let me get one more card. But yeah, I'm just, don't judge me now. Don't judge me. If you want to judge me, you can say that judgment right over there, but don't judge me now. I'm just speaking. It's anecdotal. This is my experience, like I said, and it's my wisdom. Okay, card for you. Oh, look at that. It's my wisdom. As soon as I said that, wisdom. Yo, I'm not even, like, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I wasn't even looking. I was just, like, looking at the corner in the ceiling. All right. Okay, we have wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here. Now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experience, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks to all my efforts. Okay? This is the energy. This is kind of giving me like this is kind of giving me like, when you leave and when you learn to love yourself here, when you go the other way here, this is, you can forgive, but don't forget, right? And that's that, in other words, it's saying wisdom, right? So this is also saying, like, when you go the other way, that doesn't mean that you're gonna not see or witness, or you're not gonna see or witness a situation that you was just in. Learn your wisdom, learn the red flags, signs, and synchronicities here, and you'll get there. Okay, you'll get there. Over energy, we have belief here. This card wants to really come out. This is like the third time I said this. The third time I've seen this card. Right, we're gonna get this last card and then we're gonna be out. All right, we have belief. I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is shown in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. I'm feeling that weird shit in my stomach now. Okay, somebody doing some shit to you guys, just go the other way. Okay, or I'll beat him dead and before he ever try to touch me again, beat me again, type shit. Spiritually. So yeah, I really feel like Spirit is trying to say to you guys, honestly, this feels like my message to you guys with my higher self. Learning to love myself, wisdom, and belief. So you guys need to learn to love yourself and use your wisdom. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's your belief that's going to really carry you out here. And, you obviously in the dark. And God is saying, God is testing you. This is an energy of like, God is testing you. The universe is testing you. I don't want to get all biblical and shit like that on you guys, but like, but it is a test. It's a test to see, because whatever you went through here, you went through this before. You witnessed, you heard, and you went through something like this before. Now I'm going to give you something that I know you can handle. I'm going to give you something that I know you can handle. Use your wisdom. You go the other way, obviously. Okay? Because this is about learning to love yourself, right? Why would you want to share a conference? This is not a conference. This is a private conversation. It's a two-way street. 3 is a crowd. Okay? And if people are gaslighting you and saying that, oh, no, you're wrong, like that's not what happened, this and that and third, at the end of the day, that's how you feel. And that's your belief, and you're using your wisdom. And I do see that whatever you went through here, at the end of the day, you use your wisdom, and you can't be entirely wrong about the situation. And if nobody's saying like, oh, I didn't do nothing, or it's just you, somebody lying. I'm here, right, exactly. Somebody lying. There's no way. You making up all this shit here. And sometimes there is a lie, but I highly doubt whatever situation that you guys are in is that all of it is a lie. There shouldn't be a title that you guys have with somebody and all that shit is just out the window, like you're all the way on the other side, when you have like you have no title, like you have no ownership, like you don't know your position of being a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife, or being high school sweethearts, middle school sweethearts, the father child, mother child. Like you have to have some form of wisdom. You're not some dumb bitch. Okay? So with this being said, I do see the Spirit is like wisdom. You can say wisdom in the situation. And at the end of the day, if people want to gaslight you, say wisdom. That's it. And they'll be like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Because at the end of the day, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your husband, I'm your wife, I'm your employee. That's it, period. Did you handle what you need to handle? Did you remember the title that you have? No, you didn't. And that's when you walk away on them and you go learn to love yourself. Okay, that's what's up. That's when you walk away with them and you go learn to love yourself. And you believe, because you're still walking in the dark over at energy, you believe that God is with you, because God is with you. And I do see that Spirit is like, I'm going to test you again. And if you did leave at the wrong time, but you did use your wisdom, then you need to be faster. This is a test. You're still in the test. Yeah, listen to life here. You're still in the test. I am attracted to the world around me. Science's symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. This is a really deep message. Like, that shit deep. You're still in a test. And life is going through it too. Other people are going through it too. You have to teach people just like people are teaching you. All you got to say in the situation is wisdom. That's it. You don't have to explain yourself. You could literally say wisdom. And like, what the fuck does that mean? Just let them sit there and think about it, and they will go through life and remember that shit. Because wisdom also has its own frequency and vibration. That's why it's important to use certain words and not certain words at certain times. That would be kind, or you're so nice, or you're so cute. What the fuck? Why do you keep saying cute? Why do you keep, what are you trying to throw shade? It gives a certain frequency. It gives a certain vibe. It triggers you, right? Just say wisdom. And they'll probably be like, oh, why? You being all spiritual, back the fuck up, and they'll know. Okay? So, that's all that I have for you. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, and to share. Look in the description box below. See what I have to offer you. Check out my Instagram. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.